All right. So you got a Honda Civic R18 engine, and you got problems with emissions. You got a bad catalytic converter. Well, there's a solution without breaking the bank. And if you hear how much Honda wants to charge you for a brand new catalytic converter, I think you're definitely gonna run and hop on this option. Alright, today's video is sponsored, and I got sent out a catalytic converter for our R18 engines. Very simple package. It includes the whole catalytic converter, a donut flange gasket for the bottom of the converter, a gasket for the top mounting point to the vehicle's engine head, and you got a little gasket for the EGR right over here. Now, this gasket, I'm questioning whether it's good, but the other gaskets should work just fine. Now, if you are in the market for a catalytic converter and you want to get an OEM catalytic converter from Honda, let me tell you how much they're charging on their website. They're charging just about $1,200 for their catalytic converter. Now, if you don't want to pay $1,200 plus installation or whatnot, so your alternative is a generic catalytic converter that is replicated to be in your Honda Civic. And we're going to go over this. I'm going to check the fit and finish, and I'm just going to check the build quality of these, and is it worth it, and get a generic catalytic converter like this. So right off the bat, the construction is pretty much identical to the fitment of the factory catalytic converter. Now it comes with these two bunk plunges, right? You got your primary oxygen sensor coming off the top, and then you got your secondary oxygen sensor right over here. I'm gonna zoom in on my phone, and I'm gonna show you guys the catalytic converter and how it looks like inside. It looks pretty clean, and just judging this thing as one whole piece, one thing I don't like that it comes pre-lubed, right? Probably so it doesn't rust. This is probably mild steel, but it definitely is lubed. So once you install it, either clean off the oils off of it, or it's just gonna burn off in general. But other than that, everything seems like it should work. The welding quality, I'm not sure exactly how this is welded. I do see some beads here and there that are just sitting on this flange. So something like this, you know, it's not perfect. You'll probably have to grind off that flange in order for that sensor to sit in perfectly and seal nice and tight. So small things that I'm picking on, but again, the fit and finish might not be there if you're looking for something OEM quality. There's a little weld point here that obviously got a little over welded and burned through a little bit on the flange. Not enough to really give it a big problem. But if you're trying to save 80% compared to buying a OEM Honda catalytic converter, this is your alternative. And we're going to take the original one off. We're going to reinstall this one, and I'll check if the car is going to throw off any codes, any check engine lights, anything of that nature, and I'll find out if you can get away on the low with a catalytic converter like this. If you just got a daily driver or something you don't really care about, but it gets you to work and you need to pass emissions, is this something you want to consider?